Hi guys, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to my channel today. I hope everyone is doing well. I want to welcome all those new people that clicked to this video. Happy to have you here. And everyone, my old subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So I was recently tagged by Meg's Art Atrium. She tagged me in 5 things I love about adult coloring or about coloring, and this was a tag originated by Coloring with Candace, and I thought I would turn on the camera. I was gonna work on coloring this anyway, and I thought I might as well just kind of tell you guys 5 things I love about coloring, or why I color, or there's no like prompts or anything. You just tell 5 things that you love about coloring. And before I get started, I'm going to tag 3 people to do this tag. So I'm going to tag Nikki in Niagara. I'm going to tag Kate's Coloring Haven. And I'm going to tag Lavelia's Coloring. I know Lavelia hasn't had too much time to do videos lately, but whenever you have a chance, Lavelia, or if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I just wanted to tag those 3 people, and then I'm just going to get started. I've been using on here the Divical, or I think that's what they're called, glitter gel pens. They look like this. Lisa's Coloring Corner uses them a lot on her patterns, and the Coloring Diva said that she really liked them as well. So yeah, I picked up a set recently, and I've just been trying them out, and I'm thinking I'm going to do this one a different color scheme. So these ones, I use these 4 colors, so I'm going to try to do something different on this one, I think. So I'll just kind of get started and we can talk, and yeah. First off, I hope everyone is doing well today. Definitely want to do a yellow, maybe a blue. There's another green. Maybe one more. Oh, we'll go silver. Just to make it a little bit different. I like to break it up to make him look a little different if I can. So, I guess the first thing I love about coloring is it's basically an escape from the day-to-day for me, because I do carry a lot of stress in my life. I have a lot of different responsibilities, having special needs children, and just the trials and obstacles that I have with those kind of things. I definitely need an escape from the worries and the things that I have to deal with on a day-to-day, and so I just feel like I need an escape. So I try to color, if I can. I try to color every day, even if it's just a little tiny bit, even if it's just a whip, just so that I can get that 5 minutes of me time, or mommy time, as one would call it. I think every mom, whether you have special needs kids or not, definitely needs a little bit of mommy time. And during that time, I usually color. Sometimes I'll watch a movie or read a book, but for the most part, I will usually color. So basically, the escape of the day-to-day and having mommy time would be number 1. The next one I would select, or the next thing I would choose, is I also color for stress and anxiety. So I have panic anxiety attacks, and I have really high just anxiety. And when I get the panic anxiety episodes, it literally feels like someone is crushing me in my chest and in my back. Like it feels like someone's like doing this to my body, and I can't breathe even though I can breathe. And in my mind, it feels like a freight train going a million miles an hour. Now, in the past, they've tried to give me medications and stuff. And when I take medications, they actually make me numb to emotion. And I don't like that feeling, especially being a mom and being around my kids, because I want to be happy when I should be happy and be sad when I should be sad. I mean, when you watch a comedy, you should be able to laugh. You shouldn't be subdued. Or if you go to a funeral, you should cry. That's just normal human response. So I didn't like not feeling, basically. So I told my doctor that, and he said, well, we need to find another way for you to deal with anxiety and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I need to figure this out. And I went to counseling and did many different things. And then I thought, you know what? I used to really like coloring when I was younger, and I really love art. So maybe that could be something I could do. So I started coloring, and at first I was like really tense. And if you look at like my very early on pictures, I do a lot of things like this early on because it actually helped break the tension and anxiety that I suffered from. And I decided that doing this was actually a better option than medication, because this way I could still feel like I could still have emotion and feel the way I should feel appropriately to just happy, sad, things like that around me. And also I could just basically, when I color, I turn off my emotional response in my head, and all I think about is putting the color in the spaces on the paper. I don't worry about, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, which causes panic anxiety attacks. I mean, sometimes if I'm coloring something that I need to overthink, that could trigger an anxiety attack. But what usually happens is if I get to one of those type of pictures, I have to step back and pull myself away from that project and come back to it. But it is good to have those kind of pictures too, because when I finish something that was really a task or an endeavor, I feel a very sense of accomplishment. I feel it makes me feel good inside, like you could do it, you did do it, and that is like an instant reward in my brain. So that helps with the anxiety, that helps with depression, that helps with all those things that I do suffer from. I know that a lot of people that color suffer from anxiety and depression, and it definitely is a good help. And if you can use it to keep away from being on medication, that's always a good thing. And sometimes you still need to have medications, but in my case, it has helped me so I don't have to be on medication. which makes me a better person for me and my family. And the cost alone that you're saving on medication, I can put towards coloring books or coloring supplies. That's how I kind of justify it, because it feels like medications like that cost a lot of money. So, yeah. The next thing, I guess, number 3, or the 5, or part of the 5 things, is I would categorize this as dream. So, what I am a dreamer. When I sleep, I remember everything I dream, usually, unless I didn't sleep well that night. When I remember my dreams, I like to put them out on paper, because sometimes I dream in both black and white and color. And I like to be able to color in inspiration of what I dreamt. Or say, I would dream to go on a vacation. Well, I may not ever be able to go on that vacation, but I could color a picture of the vacation I want to have. Or say there's a house that I would really want to have someday. Well, maybe I would never be able to afford that house. Well, I could color a picture of that house. Like, another example is, say, I've already been married and stuff like that, but maybe I would think it would be fun to see different colors of wedding dresses, something I would dare to dream. I would never wear those different colors of wedding dresses, but I could color, and like a wedding dress book, a whole bunch of different colors of wedding dresses, which would be fun. So basically, I dare to dream on paper or in color. And this is also where art journaling comes into play, because that's part of dreaming and creating. So that is a lot of fun. The next reason is, I would say, create, or art in general. One of the main reasons I choose to color is because I am an artist. I can call myself a colorist, but in my mind, I am an artist because I do more forms of art than just coloring. And I'm the type of person that when I see something in my mind of what I want, like if I look at something and I decide this is what I want to come out of a picture or a project, I do my very best to replicate what's in my mind. This is basically the difference between an artist and like a colorist, or I do the whole just lay down color and just let it fly type of a thing. But if you have a picture of something that you want in your mind and you can duplicate what you want in your brain on paper, that makes you an artist in my mind. And if there's other forms too, I think that experimental art is very good. And I'm very into creating or being the art scientist or creator or art lab creator, whatever you want to call it. I'm not afraid to try something new. If anything, it stimulates more creativity in me, and I like the challenge, I guess I should say. Yeah, so definitely one of the reasons why I color is I like to create things, and I like to try to experiment and have fun, and just all in all, just have a good time with forms of art, and in this case coloring. Yeah, it's just a good time. The next reason, or the last reason I guess you could say, that I color is I color for myself. I have made lots of friends, and at first I was like, oh, I color because I have all these friends and I like having all these friends. But when it comes down to it, I do color for myself because it's the one thing that I have in my life that it's not going to talk back to me. Basically, coloring doesn't talk back to you. Coloring always listens. Coloring doesn't care if you mess up. Coloring doesn't care if you do 5 minutes, 4 hours, or if you come back to it in weeks and months. I mean, coloring is always going to be there. If your markers dry out, or if things don't work out the way that they're supposed to, it's okay. There's always another page. There's always another marker. There's always another, it's okay. There's always another. That you don't have to, there's no pressure, and you can just be you on a piece of paper. Doesn't matter if you're an outstanding artist or if you are just a beginner and you're getting your feet wet, just so that you don't have the stress and anxieties of the day-to-day. You can just be you on a paper, and that's what I love so much about coloring the most, is the opportunity to just be you on paper. No one is judging you. You are who you are, and you can do whatever you want to do. And coloring isn't going to complain. The coloring police is not going to come after you and say, you did this wrong, or that was the wrong color, or you can do what you want to do. And I think that's one of the most important things that we always need to remember when coloring, because it's easy to get trapped in the feeling of, wow, this coloring job, I saw this coloring on Pinterest or on the internet, and it's so beautiful. I want to be like that colorist. And it's great to be wanting to learn techniques and learn new things and stuff like that. But don't get lost in trying to become somebody that isn't you. Just be you. And that is beautiful on its own. And I think that sometimes we put pressure on ourselves to try to be like one another. But our individuality is wonderful. Yeah, so I just, number 5 would definitely be, the reason why I love coloring is because you can just be you, and there's no judgment, and the coloring community is actually very responsive to this, and you may feel like you're being judged from time to time, but you're not. That's just your mind telling you that you think you are. You are your own person, and you are beautiful, and you do wonderful things. Always remember that. And whether you completed 10 pages, 1 page, half a page, it doesn't matter. You are wonderful. And yeah, so that would be my 5. And I'm not trying to sound all gushy or anything like that. I just wanted you guys to know how wonderful you guys are, and that everything you do and the support you give my channel by watching and liking and subscribing, I do appreciate it. I try to always follow up on all the comments when I can. I really do have a great appreciation. And I know sometimes I have little colorist helpers helping on the videos with their voices and stuff. And that is my life of a mom. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this little tag, and I hope I kind of gave a good response to this tag for Meg. I kind of didn't really think about my answers. I'm just kind of giving you my answers on the top of my head. I think that works. So yeah, but I'm going to finish up this picture. If you guys are wondering what this is from, it's from this Just Add Color Mehndi coloring book by Barron's, and this one I just recently got at Book Outlet for a very cheap price. And I always put a cutting mat behind my page, that way when I'm using gel pens and stuff, it doesn't indent the pages behind it. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, and please take care and stay safe, and I will see you guys next video. Love you guys.